NFL Combine's coming up, man.
It's a big week for a lot of people.
It's a big week for your agent. He's going to have some conversations with some people, I'm sure. I'm just saying he might talk to some people.
Home is where I learned toughness,
Determination.
unity.
Patience.
In this house, how you do anything.
Is how you do everything.
Welcome home. Hey, guess what?
What's
Today
up?
is it's showtime.
Hey, I love Tuesdays.
Showtime Lakers.
We
shout out.
Film
Showtime
on
Lakers.
Tuesdays, shows on Thursday. I understand that.
Look, guess what we're doing today?
What
We're
are we
talking about
doing?
the Olympics. There's
Love the
flag
Olympics.
football.
You don't love the
hockey.
Olympics. I love the
I
Olympics.
didn't love these
You love
Olympics.
America.
The hockey saved it for me. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about the
Hey,
draft.
nice pun there.
Combine.
Save.
All right.
Our
You see what
goalie
I
was
did?
great.
Hellybuck.
He was great.
All right. We got Jedd Fisch on the show.
Love it.
Which we'll get to in a little bit.
Good.
And maybe some more things
Well,
that we
Combine.
just ramble on.
Yeah, we'll just talk about life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what it means to be an American and not a Canadian.
And I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah, sorry, Canada.
Where at least I know I'm free.
You suck. So,
Take that, Trudeau. Olympics.
dude,
Wasn't it so exciting?
you hate the Olympics.
I love, first of all,
I'm
I
convinced-
hated these Olympics.
I'm convinced that you're going to come back and play football for one reason: to win a gold medal in flag football.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you. See, look at the light that just came on his face,
I would
shone down upon him.
see what America means to me.
I know.
Okay, let me tell you. Look,
Means the same thing to Jack Hughes.
we had family that fought for our
That's
freedom.
right.
Yep.
Preach. Tell him.
People closest to us
Tell
fought
'em.
for our freedom,
That's right.
and they lost people close to them.
That's right.
All right. And so what this country means to me means I got to freely do whatever I want to do
Yeah.
and achieve whatever I want to
Sit
try to
here,
achieve.
Talk about ball.
Talk about ball,
Yeah.
go to church,
Yeah.
these kind of things. Whatever anybody wants to
Whatever
do
you
out
wanna
there
do.
behind this little
Do
lens.
it.
Go
Do it.
ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to win a gold medal for your country, that man, could you imagine?
Couldn't.
I could.
Dude,
could imagine it.
I think I'd cry.
Waterworks, like Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
just tears.
Yeah,
Looking
no
like,
Sean
look,
Marino.
just flowing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So I get sucked in by the Olympics. I don't want to watch the Winter Olympics. Like, I don't want to watch it. And I'm sitting there and then I start watching something.
Yeah.
And then my kids are watching.
I love the Olympics.
They're watching ice skating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate ice skating.
Yeah.
But I start watching it. They're
so
And then
fast.
they're like, how do they spin so fast?
Yes.
And then the girl that's from Clovis, and then she went, and then China tried to steal her.
Yeah.
Like, tried to pay her.
No,
to
they
come,
tried to
They
kidnap
tried to
her.
kidnap her. Not kidnap Brandon, but they tried to get her to come compete because she lived over there.
Problem on our hands.
Because her dad, I think, is from that area.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I'm going back to the United States. And then she decided, Payne, I'm going to need her name. Alyssa Liu.
Yeah.
She's got like gold and black hair.
Yep.
She just does things her own way. These girls, they get in these factories and they just like make them spin and spin and spin and go to practice and do this
And she
thing.
said, "I'm gonna do
and
it
it's
my
like
way."
travel league baseball. Bro.
Hey, what'd Frank Sinatra say?
And she said, I'm going to do it my
I
way.
did it.
And she does. And she has the drive like we all have that are professional athletes.
Yep.
You know how much work you have to put in to be a
Absolutely.
professional football player.
It's
Do
insane.
you need a coach to tell you
To do the work?
to do the work and what it takes to be ready September?
Not if you're going to make it.
Exactly. So she said the same thing, and then she goes out and win gold.
Yeah.
It was incredible. So that drew me in.
Yeah.
It's
Now I'm there.
crazy that some of these athletes started training for their sport at like Dallas's age.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
It's some before. Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's not winter, but like gymnasts, bro, they start at 3-4 years old.
I'm going to say who doesn't start at that age is bobsled. Those guys are fat and short, and
you
they can't. I'm like, can we get Myles Garrett? Imagine if we had Myles Garrett, Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Give me two other guys.
I mean,
I need someone.
They're not built for bobsled.
I need someone to
They
steer
wouldn't
it.
fit.
I saw that some dude who was in the luge had only been doing it for 2 years.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
here's my point.
We need a
I
guy
watched-
to just boost off the line,
Yeah.
get in the sled, not hit the wall.
I watched the bobsled go.
Thank you.
And it is a rhythm, right? You're
Feel the
counting
rhythm.
as
Feel the
as
ride.
far as you
Come on,
can.
boys.
You're-
It's bobsled
It's bobsled time.
Right.
Cool Runnings. Great
Runnings.
movie.
That's right.
Okay. We'll count that as one of the greatest sports movies along with
Fantastic.
Major League and others we forgot.
Yep.
But I watched them do this bobsled,
Uh-huh.
and I'm watching them sprint down the track. And they're like, we got to sprint a little farther this time.
Yeah.
We need to get a little faster.
Sure.
So they go do it, and then they're just not clean.
And
Getting
then,
it.
and then they hit the wall.
I said, how many times do you get to practice this?
1,000 minimum.
How are we not clean?
That's all I'm saying. Like, I think that there needs to be.
Nothing is changing. The ice is there, the bobsled's there, and your teammates are the same. Like, the picture is not changing.
Same.
It's not like baseball where they throw you 30 different pitches. It's not.
So no, we're not going to take one more step, guys. We're going to take the same amount of steps we've taken since we've been practicing.
It's hard
for
and
this
violent
event.
as you get, and we're going to get in the same time.
And if we're not fast enough,
just a little cleaner.
Like you'd think that they'd all kind of, you shuffle cards and it just goes perfectly.
Yes.
You'd think that that's what you'd see them getting into these sleds. The Netherlands,
Tighten it up.
I see it from them. So
I think there's some pride
in it.
You
know what there is pride in?
Yeah.
USA Hockey.
Dude, hey, I'm taking my hat off.
Type it up. USA.
USA Hockey.
I saw-
Take that, Trudeau.
I had hey, guess what, man?
Take that.
Hey, you know what? You guys could have won gold too if you'd have just joined us. 51st state.
All you have to do is join.
That's how good we are in hockey. We have the gold and the silver. If they would have joined us, right? Think about that.
Seriously.
And if we could combine imagine just adding Connor McDavid to that
Oh,
team.
yeah. Hey, guys, let's just put a line in the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, see that line?
Yeah, I see it.
It's
But,
erased.
guess what? Now there's no line.
Stars and stripes.
And I'll ask you this. Other than a sign, have you ever seen a physical line that separates these countries?
No.
No, it's just beautiful green. Like we don't.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful up there. I have good friends in Canada.
It's so clean.
I had a good friend.
Yeah.
That I've gotten to know over the years. He's from Canada. He's a firefighter up there. Does a lot of good stuff up there.
Yeah.
And he said, "Congratulations, man." And I said, "I have a text I could never send.
Wow.
If we would have lost that,
I wouldn't have sent it.
I couldn't have sent it. That's why America wins.
That's right.
Because we don't send texts like that, right?
We won.
I'm just kidding.
We won gold in hockey, men's and women's, and it is our 5th most watched sport in the United States.
Well, come on. I mean, let's just be honest. All right.
It's only our 5th.
There's something about the stars and stripes that just
Yeah.
gets your blood going, man. That I'll lose a tooth, man.
Yeah. Jack didn't care.
He didn't
Jack
care.
was toothless.
You see him biting that gold?
Yeah.
No front.
Did
What
feel
a great picture.
Did
Like
feel bad
Deacon.
for Connor Bedard though.
Well,
Yeah. Well.
how about our goalie?
Look,
Hellebuck.
look,
Buddy,
I'll say-
Hellebuck.
Hellebuck.
That man.
Hellebuck. The one like this.
Stressing me
Hey,
out.
This one.
Bro, stressing me out.
So I will say this.
crazy.
I do have some friends that are Canadian.
yeah, it's fine. I
And-
do too.
And we're on that team.
Yeah.
And to them, my heart goes out because I know what hockey means to them.
Yeah.
And to lose to, as
know,
they
us.
probably think those slaps in America.
Look, and I'll say, Reed, I'm gonna name your name, bro. I know you're up there in Canada. You're amazing, by the way. You do
Yeah.
some amazing stuff, and you're raising your kids right. And we talk about this all the time. And they love hockey. They play
Yep.
hockey,
It's everything.
and I think that's why we kind of think that it's a little bit funny that we beat them because
Yes.
it's not our sport, and we still won.
And we still won. So shout out, hey Eichel, shout out to you.
Yeah. Look, Canada,
I
great
feel
team.
bad for Stone. I feel bad for Crosby not being able to play. I feel bad for Connor McDavid, who I believe is the greatest of our time.
Oh, Bing Crosby didn't play
No.
He
in
did.
this one.
Yeah, he got
That
hurt.
made a difference.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been
Country
a difference
needed him.
maker.
Country needed him.
They needed him,
And
and
he-
he's like the captain.
They
man.
couldn't make
He's,
it.
he's their leader.
Yep.
Even more so than Connor.
Yeah, well, just the personality,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
the
yeah.
time on task.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
mean, Connor's the greatest skater
Insane.
that we've probably
He's
ever
fast.
have seen.
He's fast.
You know, and
He's
just
fast.
you talk about the nicest guy ever. He was so kind to my kids.
No, it was honestly
My
like
kid- and they- oh, yeah.
I have no animosity for Canada. I love their team.
I
think their
love
team's great.
Canada.
I love watching them play hockey.
I
They're
don't-
actually a great team.
I don't love, them coming out and saying, if you watch that game, you know who the better team was.
Yeah, that was I didn't. And you notice I didn't mention that guy.
The
You know,
better
I didn't mention him.
team.
Better team won.
I understand what he's saying.
I understand what he's saying.
Like he's like, we're more talented. We're this, right?
and look at the shots on goal. Like, yeah,
But
I'm with you.
But they
They
didn't win.
stuffed them, and they weren't good shots. So
They didn't win.
if they were good shots, they would have been.
So shout out
Goals.
America. I think we as a country just feel some pride in that.
That was
one.
great. It was great.
Right. I feel like I'm a hockey player right now.
Yeah, I love. Actually, Melody even was like, "We need to watch hockey. Who's my favorite hockey team?" I'm like, "Well, ask your nephews because they'll
Yeah.
tell you who your favorite hockey team is."
That's
We're
right.
not allowed to root against them because they were in this game first.
Yes.
She busted out an LA Kings shirt. I was like, "Melody, I don't think any Kings are on the team.
Yeah. No.
Bad Kings are bad. Okay.
Knights are good.
Knights. Okay.
Knights are good.
All right.
You talk about good people.
Yeah,
And you want
Knights.
to talk about dudes that can hit a golf ball a country mile.
Oh, they have the swing for it.
I would be on the range and
Yeah.
everyone would be looking at me.
yeah.
And then then these guys would show up. What's up, Darryl? What's up? And then
Yeah.
you- like you ever heard Happy Gilmore? The first Happy Gilmore. That's what it sounds like,
Heaters.
dude. Like
that's
the
awesome.
ball like disappears.
Yeah, it just goes out into darkness.
into the Vegas sky.
Okay, so we can be Vegas Knights fans. We can watch
Absolutely.
hockey. Okay.
Yeah, Knights all the way.
This
Love
is a
them.
crazy question, but is hockey currently happening right now?
That's a crazy. They stopped their season midway and just
Or the
they,
Olympics?
They allow them to go.
I was wondering that because I haven't
funny.
seen it on SportsCenter lately. Okay.
Summer Olympics
Yep.
football.
Mm.
Dave, if you're playing quarterback for Team USA,
I'm putting my name in the hat. I'm back.
They're 100% gold.
I'm back. 100%. I can still sling it.
Can we
Now-
go there? What do you guys think? Let's talk about it.
Well, I
About
think
flag football?
I'm
Yeah.
convinced this is why Derek's coming back to the NFL.
We're winning the gold medal. I don't even care who we play.
If I'll say this, and I don't know what's going to happen, and if Derek comes back and plays in the NFL again, it's for one reason: to win Olympic gold. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I would
the man has
venture-
more pride in America than anyone I've ever been around, other than maybe Brandon.
I would venture
And
to
Austin,
say
maybe.
this. I'm going to say something crazy.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that we could take a USA team and put people out of position and win gold handedly.
I think that too. Here's the other thing too, and I want to be respectful to the people who play flag football. I love flag football. I think it's an amazing sport.
I do
especially
too.
for young kids.
And I'm respecting all of the people that play it.
Exactly. And so, but here's I'll pose this question to you. I mean, you have NFL players that want to play. They want to be involved in the flag football event.
Involved, they're the team.
Okay, that's okay. That's a fine line because the flag football players think that they're the team.
No, they don't. Is
Brandon,
this real?
Brandon, they believe they're the team. Am
No,
I
they do
incorrect?
not.
I can confirm that they believe they are the team.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I
Thank you.
respect that they probably are athletic. I respect that they can probably throw a ball pretty decently.
Right.
We won't name
I res-
names, but they said because you NFL players haven't been taught to grab flags.
Okay.
That was their reason?
Yep. now, how long did it take you to teach Mac to grab a flag?
It took me one drill.
She's a 5th grade girl.
One drill.
Right. One drill.
And Mac pulled every flag that she went and
Okay, got it. So we've established that if you're an athlete, you can pull a flag pretty quickly.
It took Mac no time.
Okay, so number two then. Number two.
Yes.
All right. How long do you think it would take us to teach a team of Myles Garrett and Lamar Jackson and these guys the intricacies of flag football?
0 time.
0 time. So let's just put a number on it. A day? 2 days?
It would take one meeting, 1 2-hour meeting to
And a
go.
couple cards.
And a couple
flashcards.
like 2-hour meeting where hey, this can happen, this can happen, this, boom, boom, boom. It's not just 7
Got
on
it.
7.
So we
it's a different
we
game.
need one full day. We volunteer as coaches.
Brother, give me 1 week to scout a team
We'll scout a team
and watch film.
We'll watch the other countries.
What?
We'll fly to Milan. We'll fly to all these places.
see
We'll watch
stuff
all
that
these
just-
teams.
Oh, bro.
And then we'll install a game plan. And we will guarantee gold. We will guarantee gold.
I would venture to say you could take a team of retired NFL players and
Yes.
win gold.
Thank you.
Wow.
A
Yeah.
retired NFL team that would beat
Yeah.
whatever you guys are saying the team thinks that they're supposed to be the team.
I'll go even further, bro. I'll say that you could take just retired Fresno State players
Correct.
and win gold with
There's
a good flag football team.
there's
Maybe
n-
not.
y-
Maybe we needed some Boise State guys. I don't know if I'd be okay with that.
There's no doubt. Dude, like,
But long story short, we can take NFL guys in a week and teach them how to win gold
look at
in the
this,
flag football game that we invented.
This is one
We
of those,
invented this game.
This is one of those
This is hockey to
conversations
us.
right here. This is just one of those conversations where we can go back and forth and on social media and all those kind of things.
exactly.
But at the end of the day, it will never be solved until we just play that game.
Who's going to play?
And so let's just play that game. Let us play cover 1
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And then put Cavante Turpin, quarterback spy, on the quarterback.
Yeah.
And they won't complete one pass and maybe not gain a yard.
Won't gain a yard. Yeah, exactly. Now, as
Cavante
long as-
Turpin is the spy
right.
on the quarterback
Yeah.
that thinks that he may be athletic.
Right. Congratulations.
And I promise you that they won't score a point.
Here's what I think needs to happen.
Pat
So
Surtain.
Pat Surtain,
Christian Gonzalez.
Pat Surtain
Derwin James,
on a guy from Norway.
on the American U.S. Flag
So
Association.
that's what I would like to. Here's what I want to say.
Like. Don't do that.
Here's what I'll say. I'll let the
We don't
flag
even need to
football
do
team,
that.
let the flag football guys show up to the Coliseum, right here in L.A. or SoFi.
Yeah.
And then we'll coach the guys for 3 or 4 days, and we'll bring our
Yeah.
NFL team in, and we'll play.
And I'm going to tell you before.
see what happens.
It's going to be cover 1.
Yeah, every snap.
Look at with respect to. Let me say this: the team that is not NFL players would have a chance at winning gold,
Yeah.
just because football is our sport.
Yeah.
Like they.
They do flag football a lot, so they're going to already be better than most countries.
Correct.
But for us, like if you put NFL players, it's dream team all over again.
yes,
They're not going to beat us.
in flag football, you're allowed to rush, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. There's no chance.
That's how they make their money. They run around and
oh,
throw some
buddy,
crazy deep ball.
that don't work in the NFL. That ain't going to work
what
here.
they don't understand is it'll take it'll take 3 days of some defensive coordinator watching film
Yeah.
Vic Fangio.
and saying,
Yeah.
okay, well, we're going to rush like this.
What if we just put 3 DCs in a room?
We're
going to
rush.
this out?
We're going to rush like this. We're going to roll coverage here and Surtain your man backside.
Yeah.
So the only one-on-one on the field is Pat Surtain versus
Everybody
whatever
else.
receiver you think can
Yeah.
run.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
And we're just going to clamp and suffocate you to this side of the field and take this way while the fastest dude in the world is chasing you.
It'll be fun to watch, though.
I'm
going to watch it. Now, isn't it happening? It's happening around around. So the Summer Olympics are going to be around August, though, right?
2028, yeah. Summer
But-
2020, July, August.
Right. So like that's training camp
that's
time.
training camp.
So that's my question.
But does the NFL do an NHL thing and say, we'll just push it back a couple of days?
Push it
boys.
back then.
Go win the gold.
Oh, I'm
come
sure
back."
that they would, just because the NFL would love to have something going on in March.
For sure.
yeah, that's for
100%.
sure.
You know?
you talking about having flag football happens in like
Yeah, well, we're gonna push the season back this time.
Yeah.
I got you. They would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Super Bowl is going to be like tomorrow.
March 1st.
Yeah, March 1.
Oh, what?
I'm here for it. I think it's going to be amazing. We're going to win gold.
The Super Bowl this year is has a holiday that Monday, so we get a day off.
Oh, President's Day.
Oh,
That's smart.
huge. That's big for local businesses.
Yeah.
Huge.
They've wanted to do that for a while. They finally got there. Good job, Goodell. He achieved his goal. I remember
No,
we
that's
talked about
good.
that a long time ago.
Like the angle, they don't understand the angles and the stop start of the big guys. Like he,
Bro,
like,
I can get a couple 3 techniques that can do it.
I know.
I'm just telling you. Warren
All
Sapp
right,
ran
so I
me
don't
down
want this
like
to be negative, man. I
No,
think the
it's
guys
just how
good
good our
athlete.
guys are.
I think that if
Yeah.
no NFL guys play, we could win gold.
absolutely.
But if NFL guys played that team that I just saw,
Yeah.
it's not even a knock, bro. I just know how good those dudes are, and based on how many millions of hours have I sat there and watched a screen of football?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's the eye test, man.
this is a fun level of watching.
Fun, man. Fun.
Not even close.
Yeah, not close.
There it is.
Not even close.
Yeah, that's
So,
it. That's all it is.
all right. So we're gonna build a 2028 flag football team
To win gold.
to win gold,
The NFL players.
and we can't pick ourselves.
No, we won't do that. I'd
right.
like to insert ourselves, but we won't. Okay, so 2028, LA.
Quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Okay, Lamar Jackson. I'm not even going to argue that. I think he is the pick.
It honestly doesn't matter who you pick. Just pick somebody.
Yep, Lamar Jackson is the quarterback. Okay, so
Lamar.
who would you put at running back? I think right now, there's 2 options for me.
Okay, I got 2 in my brain too.
Jameer Gibbs is going to be
Jameer
one.
Gibbs and Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson is
Okay.
2. So we'll have those 2 guys. They'll see who wants to play in LA, who's available.
Yeah,
I think probably my first pick would be Bijan, just
Yeah.
because he's just
great route runner,
he can run routes too.
outside and all
Yep.
that.
So probably let's say Bijan then. Okay.
Okay.
And Jameer will ask if Bijan can't do it.
Yes.
All right. So someone's got to play center.
I'm looking for a big receiver to play center.
Yeah, or even a tight end body.
Tight end, but I like the speed aspect.
Yeah, I like that too. Okay. So a big receiver like
Let me think.
Let's think.
Center, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. Wow.
Okay,
Imagine
AJ.
him with some American flag headband on, just
AJ
mad,
Brown.
mad that he didn't. He gets to touch the ball every time.
Touch ball every time.
Touch the ball every play. AJ Brown.
Because I'm
Solved.
just being ridiculous
Yeah,
now with
yeah.
this next pick.
Okay.
Jamison Williams at the X receiver.
Oh yeah. Yep. I love that. And then we're gonna ask Justin Jefferson if he can play the.
We're gonna ask Justin Jefferson, and then you have to have another receiver,
And so will Jamar Chase.
Jamar
Let's
Chase,
see if Jamar Chase will do it.
and then another backup. Let's say, hey,
Let's have a backup
if
to
you're
these guys.
healthy.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay, Tyreek Hill, if you're ready to go. Okay. Perfect.
You go with that?
Yeah, I think so. And then just for fun,
Yeah.
let's have Pat Mahomes be the backup.
Yeah. Okay, so that's offense.
So we've won gold on the offensive side. All right.
now these guys play defense too, right?
Do they have to play defense, or are we going to have a defensive unit
I think
also?
you have a defensive team, right?
Oh. Wait, we get the more people?
So Pat Surtain's going to be our guy
Yeah.
that comes in and plays corner.
All right, so let's make a defense then.
He's our 6th guy. Pat Surtain is the first pick for me.
Pat Surtain, 100%
Yep.
is playing corner.
Who's rushing the quarterback?
It depends how you want. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so we have Tyreek. We can have Tyreek. We can have Kevontae Turpin.
Turpin can rush.
All right, he's rushing.
Turpin.
Okay, he does it in the Pro Bowl now
Yep.
at like half speed and still almost gets guys.
Yep. I like
All
that.
right, Fred Warner. All right,
Do we put George Pickens on the team just because
Brother.
it's ridiculous?
Purely for the
look
Just
at. I'm
for
just putting
vibes?
Pickens in at backup center.
Just vibes, right? Just
Pickens-
Pickens is on the team. So
At
that's
backup
7.
center. Okay, so now we need another corner.
Okay, another just.
Okay, Christian Gonzalez is younger.
That's
okay,
good.
all right, so let's
He loves
go
America. He's a patriot.
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Okay,
Gonzo.
Gonzalez.
Pat Surtain. Tyreek Hill playing rush
Okay.
guy.
now you could go all corners. Technically, you don't need physicality.
Right.
Okay,
But you're
but
talking about even on the receiving end because we can only have 10 players.
I think for our rush, just because we're going to use Tyreek,
yeah.
but let's say we need to use someone else.
Yeah.
Derwin James.
Okay. Well, good luck with that because I've seen some of these passes that get thrown in these games that are just kind of fluttery around 6.5 feet
Yeah.
tall. Yeah, Derwin's going to knock that down. He might pick it.
He might pick it himself.
Okay, so Derwin James.
So I got Pat and Gonzo, and Derwin's in the middle. Who's our other corner to cover their other back? Okay, we need another corner.
Sauce.
Okay, Sauce is a great one.
Great choice.
Sauce is a great choice.
It's a great choice, actually.
I like Sauce. Sauce being on the outside.
Righty, Moss.
I need another twitchy.
Twitchiest nickel we have.
I mean, the Denver one's pretty good.
Yeah.
McMillan's
Yeah,
good.
he's twitchy.
But let me think. Stingley.
Oh,
Last
Stingley.
All right, so now we're gonna go.
Stingley's got a little edge to him.
So now we have Stingley playing the slot,
Yep.
but
I
really
like
you're
that.
just playing man.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Stingley. I've seen him undercut shallow crosses in the NFL.
And I've seen a lot of shallow crosses on the film.
Pretty sure he's going to pick one of those off.
Yep.
Okay. Now, free safety / we can rush Derwin and someone else at this guy and make him throw zero.
Derwin, congratulations, man. You're on this team somewhere.
Derwin's playing.
You're playing.
So now our other safety / rush, because we can play him and just bring two at him.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Or to cover the center.
Uh-huh.
Right? He's going to cover the center. All right. We need another safety guy.
Okay.
Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, okay, perfect. So we've just basically we've done what a lot of coaches like to do. Al Davis like to do this. Off the bus, we win.
So
Because
Jalen
they
Ramsey.
see these guys get off the bus. They're all 6'3".
Ramsey's covering the center. Derwin's rushing.
Yeah.
Okay. Stingley's got the slot.
Yep.
Sauce and Gonzalez outside with Pat on the other one.
Yeah. So I mean, completions are going to be at a premium.
Offensively,
It's gonna be
quarterback is
limited.
Lamar and Pat.
Yep.
Center is A.J. Brown or Pickens.
Yeah.
Our slot / running back, Gibbs and Bijan.
Yep. And then and the other receiver, we're going to take just LSU. We're going to grab Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Jamison Williams, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Okay. So you ready? You ready, Italy? You guys want to play a pickup game?
So we have
This is crazy.
just eliminated flag football from here on out.
Yeah. What they're going to do with this gold medal game, first of all, they're going to win by 4 scores. What they're going to do is they're going to set the bar for flag football.
You've heard of the dream team?
Yeah.
Well, this is the mean team. What do you say on Space Jam? This is mean. This is mean.
Mean team.
That's our team.
I can't wait to see it. 2028, get here fast. NFL Combine's coming up, man.
It's a big week for a lot of people.
It's a big week for your agent. He's going to have some conversations with some people, I'm sure. I'm just saying he might talk to some people.
I don't know what Tim is doing.
Yeah,
Okay?
he's probably there, so he's just going to be chatting. We'll just see. He's there for players.
I haven't talked to Tim in days.
I know, but this is what happens, right? So these agents come in, they got their college players, but the NFL players get talked to as well. But these college guys are stressed out because this thing is weird. This is the what do they call it? The Underwear Olympics.
Yes.
This is where like guys, it's football.
Yeah.
But then you get to the combine and they're in shorts running around, and you get it's like you're trying to compete in an Olympic event. You're trying to run as fast as you can and lift as much as you can, jump as high as you can.
Yeah.
And it's not really football, And agents go in that.
Yes.
You already know where I'm going with this, but it's tough. I think if I was an agent or a coach, or I'm like, don't go in there and just be ridiculous. Like, just go in there. If you like a guy on film, you like a player, all the stuff that you're going to see there is just confirmation of what you've already seen. Do I think this guy's a good player? Let me see him in person, see how he looks, how he runs around. Great. I already knew he was a good player.
Yeah.
Now I'll go watch the film. We make too much of it. I'm guilty of it too. Daniel Jeremiah is on this. Like, he's great. He scouts these guys, but we blow it up a little bit too much.
I would say I had some great experiences there.
Yeah.
Some funny ones.
Dude, I did too. I loved it.
I'm standing there, so we have to do the weigh-in, right?
Yeah.
I won't say who, but it was a quarterback that was struggling to put weight on.
Okay.
He has a case of water.
Oh, yeah.
He took all these salt tablets.
Oh, yeah.
Because the
He's
salt tablets
retaining it all.
retain the water.
Yeah.
He is visibly sick
Yeah.
to weigh in.
Yeah.
We get up there, okay?
Yeah.
I am chilling
Uh-huh.
at 214.
Yeah, just being yourself.
I eat a meal, I'm 218.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay. He gets up there and we weigh the same. I said, everyone thinks we weigh the same now. I said, hold on,
do not.
bro.
In fact,
we do not weigh the same.
That's crazy.
But in that room, bro, they strip you down to your
Yeah, you're in your stuff.
Your
you know?
what?
your
Tighties.
tights.
You know? I thought it was a little
You're
weird.
sitting there in your girdle, and they're like, all right, everyone line up to weigh in. And I'm sitting there, hey, I work out, man. But you stand there, and I remember this, the strength coach comes up to me. He's like, who's benching today? And it's all quarterbacks. And we all look at him like, nobody.
None of us.
No, every agent ever says quarterbacks, you're not allowed to bench.
We're not doing it.
And if you do good on the bench, everyone puts you in a category that you don't want to be in.
Yeah, because of a good bencher.
Yeah. Okay.
Jim Drunkenmiller.
So let's stop. Okay.
So
I'm like, but
one.
I kind of wanted to. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I might do third.
Well, because you would have done a lot.
So I'm sitting there, and he looks at who's lifting? Who's doing the bench day? We're like, no, sir, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, and this is exactly how he says it and what he says. And once you get to the NFL, it's even funnier that he said it this way. At the time, you're like, okay, dude. But he's like, you got to lift in the NFL, right?
Great. Thanks, man.
So I've been lifting my whole life. Like, what are we talking about?
That's all I do is lift. It
was so annoying. But you take everything is so like, oh my gosh,
maximum.
Everyone is the owner of the team.
Yeah.
Everyone until you get to the building and this doctor guy who was talking to you crazy.
Yeah.
Then you get there and you see how they're treating him. You're like, bro, you were talking to me crazy,
you were
bro.
just this little dude.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's interesting world. I mean,
crazy.
And Antoine Randall, fantastic young football player.
Yep.
We're sitting there the night before the combine, and he's like, I don't know what position I want to play, DC. I don't even know.
Wow.
Like, receiver, quarterback. I'm like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? He's like, I want to do it all. I'm like, do it all, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like, just go throw. Just be yourself.
And
Who
he did.
cares? And he did. He was great. That guy's a fantastic coach too. As well.
I'll never forget sitting there at the combine and Isaiah Burse and Devontae, the receivers, are there. They're about to leave while we're showing up. Well, Burse and Odell, we're all chilling.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, bro, my favorite moment of the combine was us four just chilling in the room.
That's the best.
Laughing about everything that's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the best part.
It's just so weird. Like, as a football player, football is your whole life. That's what you do. And then you go to this thing, and it's just this weird moment where you're just getting dissected by, like you said, guys that don't really make the decisions.
Yes.
But then they yell at you like you're in some type of it's a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what's happening here.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went out there. We did our thing. That's what we do.
You're there to just, hey, man.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
So for these players, just be yourself. Go out there, have fun with it.
Yeah.
It is serious. It is a job interview.
Yeah.
Those meetings matter.
The meetings matter.
That's the most important part to me.
I
I thought
agree.
was the interviews.
The interactions with the coaches and just how you vibe with these guys. And are we going to bring this guy into our building? What's he like?
Yeah.
What makes him tick? Does
Yes.
he love football? Those are and we don't get to see those. We get to see the running, and that stuff's fun when you do the simulcast and you see what guys ran next to each other and how fast they are. And that's fudged a little bit sometimes on TV.
Yeah.
Sometimes the guys run fast and they don't look like they are fast. But the interviews are the most important thing, I think, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down. So have fun at the combine, but don't get too upset. Look, they were like, I remember Charlie Casually was we were gonna go to Houston. He's the GM for the Texans, and he wanted me to run at the combine. He wanted me to run the 40, and I'm like, Charlie, I just don't want to run the 40. I want to run it at home. So someone here might come to Fresno and see some of my players. Maybe they'll see Charles Smith or Rodney Wright, or some of these guys would get a chance.
Yes.
And he's like, I don't really like that. I think you should run. And I remember like the night before, I'm like, I'm not gonna run.
Yeah.
I told him, he's like, you need to run, right? So I go up to the line, and like David Carr, I'm like, not running. He's like, choose not to run. So I went back, sat down, and Charlie was upset for like a day, but then he was like, I understand. I get it. I'm like, so there's this whole thing,
Dude.
like, and these players are pressured to do things.
Yes, bro.
And it's like, don't listen to that.
Not competitive.
I'm competitive. This is what I've done my
play
whole
football.
life, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to see my guys. And what did
Yeah.
I do? I ran my 40 at Fresno State, and like 50 people were there.
Yes.
And they got to see my boys work out.
Yep.
And Rod got to go to KC, and a couple other guys got some spots. So,
Yep.
like, for me, it's like, don't be ridiculous.
I did the same exact thing. I had this. I won't even say the team. This older scout.
Yeah.
He's like, so I'm in the interview room with everybody. You gonna throw tomorrow?
Yeah.
I said, no, sir, I'm not.
Yeah.
And like, I'm
It's
not
your
gonna.
choice.
And I'm not gonna be the number one pick now. Okay.
No, but
I'm
you
like,
can pick to throw or not.
But I'm like, no, I'm not throwing.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, why not? I said, well, sir, if I don't throw here, that means people have to come watch me in Fresno,
that's
and
right.
I got 2 receivers and a tight end that need to get looked at too.
Amen.
And I'm doing this for my boys.
That's right.
And he's like, well, Devontae's running routes. I said, that's great.
Yeah, I'll throw with him.
I said, I'm going to throw to him in Fresno.
He'll be there.
And he goes, okay, but I think it's a terrible decision. And goes on for like 5 minutes. I was like, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm doing this to help my guys.
As my dad always told me.
I saw that same scout in Fresno,
Was he there?
California.
My goodness.
Watching all of us,
You know
man.
what? Here's what it is. They just don't want to get on the plane.
Exactly.
They don't want to fly twice.
Yes.
Because the team's going to make them go.
Had to come to Fresno.
I figured that out, bro. I already
there
know how
were
this
100
works.
people there.
And they were there.
They were
and he
watching.
was there.
And he was there.
That's weird how that works.
He was watching my boys.
Yeah, so don't
And
try to trick
everyone
us,
got
bro.
a chance out of that.
Don't try to trick our players.
That's right.
They know what they're doing.
That's
bro.
exactly
And you'll
right.
show up in Fresno and you'll go eat teriyaki don. You'll have some tri-tip.
That's right.
Norv Turner. He was at your pro day.
Yep.
He comes up to me.
Great dinner with Norv.
Norv was great, and he goes, "Hey, where do I get some good tri-tip?" Like that's what these coaches are here for, man. They want good food, they want good camaraderie, and that's what you do. You make them come out here and see us.
That's
Do
exactly
you
right.
have any strange interview questions when you were
Yes.
there?
I had a question. The Cleveland Browns said,
That's how they do it too. And you're like, what?
you have 30 seconds.
Okay, got it.
I said, to do what?
Yeah,
Save the world?
you have to stand up and run.
He said, you have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Tell me all the things you can do with a brick. Go. I was like, you can hit somebody, you can build something, you can build a bridge. I was like, but I wouldn't hit somebody. And he's just writing. Bro, what does this have to do with me playing quarterback, bro?
It doesn't have anything to do with you. I walk into the room, New York Giants, okay? I ended up playing with the Giants for a while. So they walk in the room, and there's this is great. This is a click your pen. It's an eyeball on a spring and a suction cup, and he goes like this. He sits down at the table, little man remember Toy Story?
Yeah.
The guy that painted Woody? Right? That guy, he looks like that guy, and he goes like this.
This is art.
He goes like this. He pushes it down. The eyeball's down. I'm standing there staring at him like this, and it goes like this. And it bounces up off the table and hits the ground. He just stares at me. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Yeah. And he goes like this again. And he stares at me. And it bounces up off the ground and hits the table. And he just does not talk. Grabs the eyeball, pushes it down again. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So he pushes it, and then it bounces up in the air, and I grab it.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm like, bro, this is wild. Get me out of here.
Yes.
And you guys are going to win the Super Bowl in a couple of years?
Yes.
It's crazy. Never saw that guy again.
Also, really quick,
So dumb.
he didn't tell me that the what's the test you got?
Wonderlic?
The Wonderlic test. You didn't tell me
That's on me.
that
That's my fault.
you could miss answers and it doesn't count against you.
matter.
I thought it was a percentage. So I took the Wonderlic test, and I go in these meetings, and I'm crushing the mental side. I'm like, bro, this is what football? That's all I got.
Yeah.
You know, I mentally,
Yeah.
that's quarters, bro. Where's the ball here?
Yeah,
Like,
got
what?
it. Uh-huh.
Like I got one coach saying, you always throw the ball in your first or second hits. I was like, because I know where the ball's
I
supposed
know
to
where
go.
I'm,
It's college
I know where I'm
football.
going with it. It's not hard.
Like if we're gonna be honest about it,
Yeah.
like a ball's supposed to go there, I'm gonna hitch, I'm throwing the ball.
The ball's
right?
there. Yep.
Anyways, I'm sitting there and I take my test. Well, I get like however many I did. I only answered like one more question than that, and I think I have more time than I do. And so I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't answer that many. Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't really care. If
Yeah.
I'm being completely
Yeah.
honest, I do not
Ask me
care
a football question. I don't care about this test.
at all.
Yeah.
And so I do it, and I had a team ask me, Derek, I don't understand. Like, your test was like a little low, but you're crushing like the mental side of the game. I was like,
That's my brother's.
I was like, oh, that's my fault. I didn't know I could just answer them as fast as I could, and it didn't matter how many I got wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
It's, like
That's me.
you could fill
That's
in
on me.
C for all of them and sit there for the next 9.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And whatever
I think that's
C
what I did.
is your number.
I don't know if I read one Wonderlic question. I think I just filled them out as fast as I could, and then I forgot to give them that information 12 years later.
What type of questions
There
are
might have
on
been a first round pick. if
That's
you
my
did.
bad.
What type of questions are on the Wonderlic?
They're almost like,
It's like a
SAT.
SAT.
They're like SAT questions.
ACT, SAT.
Yeah, not as mathy, but like something you could figure out without having to like write stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if a train leaves Italy at 7:00,
Yeah.
and you don't want to be on the train. Like what time? Like I don't know.
Like, what color boxers
What
are
color
you
your
wearing?
underwear?
Yeah.
Like what?
Black? I don't know.
I don't understand.
Speaking of, there's one. I'd heard this story. There's a specific team that's unnamed asked, your parents are divorced.
Okay.
Why were you the reason they got divorced? I don't know how to answer this.
Who's the best quarterback in the room, and why is it me? Is that basically like that's just crazy? Yeah.
I don't know how to answer this.
My gosh.
Why are you the reason?
didn't love
Well,
each
I don't
other?
know how to answer that
don't know.
question. I guess I am. I've never thought about the fact that I was the reason that
I
I'm
could
the-
guess what team. There is some teams out there that are very into that analytic brain kind of stuff, and
Yeah. You look, kids. If you're out there and
football hasn't gone well for them.
you're at the combine, and you're watching our YouTube video, man, just relax, bro.
We do have an interview for you guys to break down here.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Let's
Scouting
get it.
interview.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Good hair. Look at that.
Okay, my hairline's not as bad now as I thought it was.
Oh, you're
I'm still
fine.
doing
It's-
okay.
It's very similar.
No, it'll be good. I'll be rooting for those guys. Like we said before, I'll be throwing at pro day. We've had a plan. No, that's fine. We've had a plan, since a day after the bowl game. To not rest, to keep throwing and getting ready for the Senior Bowl, and then taking these 23 days from the Senior Bowl to get ready for the physical part of it. Running and the jumping and all that
Very
stuff.
mature for that.
And
You're a
then
young
so
man.
I could let my
You're
shoulder
mature.
rest,
Yeah.
so I'm not throwing.
I had a kid. I was
24
married.
months
Yeah, you
straight.
were
So
well
let it
advanced,
rest a little
man.
bit. Not that I needed to, but just to take that time to really focus on these things that are important at the combine, and then from here getting ready for pro day, I'm going to be throwing a lot. We're gonna have a whole script of probably more throws than a lot of people have ever done. So we're gonna
You
show a lot.
slung it though on your pro day.
We threw that
We
thing.
threw that thing around solely. Yeah. Sully.
I've been getting ready for this since I was 3. I've been trained by my dad, by my brother.
Tell him.
I've been watching NFL films
since I was 12. Not a first overall pick.
So,
I don't understand that, bro.
I think that from a knowledge standpoint, just having David is such an advantage. Such a resource.
You can't say that either.
What a resource. He's done all this. To have.
Say that.
Of course, social media wasn't around when he was coming out, but
I didn't have
an advantage to have him and my preparation. That's one thing. I'm not 6'6". I'm not going to run a 4.3.
It don't matter.
I'll outwork and outprepare anybody.
That's right. Tell him.
I think that's one of my points.
I'm proud of this.
This is. If I watch my combine interview, it's not like this.
Hit pause on this real quick.
Great job, man.
You're praised a lot. You're going to be
criticized. Ignore both because neither matter.
That's right.
I still
They
remember
don't
saying
matter.
that.
It's fantastic.
So look at this. If I watch this,
yeah,
here I am.
Yeah.
12 years later, and I'm watching this interview. I'm proud of this kid because
you did a great job.
One, my hairline's still good.
It's great.
It's not going back as far as I thought.
It's just what your hairline is.
It's just that.
Yeah.
All right.
They have surgeries and stuff.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron's tried.
I'm not doing that. The second
Tiger needs to try it.
The second thing I'm proud of
Tiger's rough.
is my preparation, my work ethic. Like, if they believed what I was saying, that's exactly how I played.
That's
in the
why
NFL.
we were sitting there after the first round's over, and we're in my office.
I don't think they believed me.
I don't understand. They didn't believe what you were saying. They thought you were lying to them.
I think so.
Which is crazy. You just check the character, check the database.
Man,
you know, guy's
that's
not
crazy,
lying
bro.
to you. He just loves ball.
So misunderstood. I always feel so misunderstood.
Hey,
I have my whole life. Well, combine's great. Look, you had a higher score than me. You were a 9.66. I was a 8.52. I was undersized as a quarterback, I guess.
You have pads on.
I don't know when that was taken.
Get hit. I have elite speed.
I was elite in all the running. So were you.
Wow.
The fact that you're 40s faster on here makes me mad.
How's that? How do you feel about that?
You ran at Pro Day.
And then we ran one other time.
I ran at Pro Day. Ran 4.59.
I ran at Pro Day, but it was 37 yards. So I was 38 yards downhill my Pro Day.
Maybe I shouldn't have ran at the combine. Just run at Pro Day. I'd had a higher score. Because
Well,
they have
that's
to
the problem.
they have to put your run on there.
Yeah, and it wasn't laser timed. I'll tell you, my Pro Day time was not. It was fast. It was a little quick.
38 yards.
But I was like
downhill.
2:33 at the time, so it was tough. What did I have? I didn't have anything that terrible. Height, weight. I fact this. Okay.
This is good.
Hey, your vertical is just almost there, man. It was almost there.
Well, I did break the record at Fresno State.
So do I have the highest vertical?
No, I broke.
Here?
I broke the record at Fresno State.
So
I
that
broke
means,
it.
I think that was before we had the jumping ability, like apparatus. We didn't have that. We were early.
I broke the record.
I don't know if there was a record to be broken. If you're the first person to put the record up, are you the guy that broke it?
There was many quarterbacks
if you were
before
the first
you.
guy to jump.
How many
So you beat Paul Pinniger.
I beat you.
Congratulations.
Your
bro.
name was up there.
You beat Paul Pinniger.
And I remember the day they erased your name.
And then
I remember the day
they didn't erase my
they
name.
took it off and put my name up on the
Dang.
board.
All my records are in concrete.
No.
No one's touching the 505 squat.
I didn't touch the squat or the bench.
Or the power
or the
clean.
power clean.
Thank you.
I touched the I touched the 40 and the vert.
All right,
And
I'll
then-
give you that. But we might need to re-jump that, bro.
I think we should do a RAS score today.
We don't want to see my RAS score right now. I just started light jogging again.
Weight plus.
Plus elite
Size,
elite weight,
elite size.
elite weight, elite strength.
Oh,
Still,
man. That's good times.
Height, weight.
Well, good luck to you guys.
Yeah,
All
man. You guys will be
combine
great.
go-getters.
Good job, man.
Go start your careers, man.
Yeah.
And don't just make it a job where you're in and out. Make it a career. Learn how to be a pro.
That's great.
All right?
That's good. I like
Change
that.
your life.
Yeah, do that. Do what he said. Don't do what I did.
It's great.
Look, man. Here's what I want to do today. I have a gift for you.
Okay.
I'm going to bring on a coach.
Ah.
You've brought on coaches. My gift to you is Jedd Fisch. Jedd Fisch Jedd Fisch has been everywhere. He knows everybody.
Yes.
And he has
He's
a
coached
story
for every
everyone.
team ever.
Yeah, and he's adapted and he's changed.
Yep.
And so that's why we wanted to bring him on. You bring gifts in, you bring these guys. I'm going to bring you University of Washington head coach Jedd Fisch.
Come on, guys.
Jedd
Jedd
Fisch.
Fisch. Yeah.
Jedd, real quick story. I almost went to Washington.
I was going to say that.
I almost went to Washington. Now I can't remember the quarterback coach's name now because it's drawn a blank. But he
You've
ended
been
up
hit a few times.
I've been hit a few times, but I had signed with Washington, and I was on my way when Pat Hill called my dad and said, "Why are you going up there?" And then he showed up to my house, And then, long story short.
First time I heard an F word.
Yeah, Pat was not happy that I was going, but it's beautiful there. Yeah. Your stadium is beautiful. Talk about Washington briefly.
Yeah, stadium is awesome. I wish we would have had you. We would have hit you up for some NIL money. We could have got you to graduate from Washington.
That's right.
No, it's an incredible spot. I mean, right on the water. I'm sure if you've been up here at all or anyone that's seen it, I mean, we're Amber, my wife takes a boat to every game. I mean, it's awesome. Yeah. We got sailgating going on. My view is of the water right now.
Beautiful.
And it's a pretty special place.
That's awesome. So let's just back up a little bit. So I remember, I knew we were going to have you on, and I could think of times we'd go out to dinner in Houston. So you were with me in Houston, and we'd walk, and we were in Cleveland. The snow is hitting us, and I'm like, I got to play a game in this. And I remember just sitting down, and Jedd was amazing because I think of two coaches, so Robert Saleh and then Jedd Fisch. And he always was a guy that, for me at least, would take the time to really, try to see what I was going through as a player and really dig into my thought process, what I was feeling, what I wanted to work on, what I wanted to become. And Jedd was amazing at that. And he would go out to dinner with me on road trips, and we spent a lot of time together. And so for me, like Jedd is a guy that I feel like, obviously you have your coaching tree is big. You got a lot of people you can contact. But I think the personal relationship thing is something that I wanted to touch on because I think that you're great at that. I think that that's genuine. And I just want to say, man, it's a rare trait, especially in this world. So having said that, now we land in this world where you just hit me up for NIL money, and I'm not even out of Washington as a Washington alum. How do you navigate that world, man? Like where you have these kids that are essentially, as a Fresno State coach told me the other day, look out here, Dave. Every one of these guys is a free agent at all times. Can you imagine going to an NFL practice and every one of your guys is a free agent? I'm like, how do you make that work in this world?
Yeah. Well, I'll start with this, like those dinners meant a ton to me back then. They still do. I was actually thinking, I was talking to Amber yesterday. I'm like, I remember going to Burns Steakhouse in Tampa Bay with David the night before we played the Bucks. And, just certain things, certain memories that you have forever. And it's the relationship part. And if we start making this job too transactional, and not transformative and not about relationships, and the job's not fun anymore. Like the fact that, I had you come and talk to our guys when we were at UCLA and talk to Josh Rosen about what it was like to be preparing for the NFL draft. That doesn't happen if you don't have personal relationships with players. Yep. And regardless of the fact that these guys aren't under contract for more than 1 year, and that's a challenge, and that's an NCAA thing that we have to get fixed. We have to find a way to have that stability in your programs again. If you don't, I can't imagine coaching without building relationships. Mm-hmm. And like, I didn't do this or haven't stayed in it that was my first ever job, right? 2002, 2003. And I could remember, when I got sick and I was in the hospital, the first guy to come see me was David. And, him and Kylie Wong had to fight through the nurses and fight through the doctors and be able to sneak into the ICU. And it's things like that stick with you forever. And we'll never lose that.
Well,
love that.
That's beautiful. And, speaking of personal relationships, you are my greatest coach I've ever had in Senior Bowl history. I didn't have a better Senior Bowl experience. Except that one with you, okay?
You had one Senior Bowl experience. But yeah, Jedd's at the top.
He's at the top. He's at the top. But hey, real quick, talking about personal relationships, Howie Roseman, was he so infatuated back then with Georgia players, or is it just a thing now?
That's a great question. Can we talk about the Senior Bowl first, though?
Yeah. I'd like to do that.
Please.
What I need to know is, like, for recruiting purposes, am I allowed to put you down as one of the players that I've coached?
Yes, 100%.
Because I'm trying to figure out, like, how, if I could use you as another guy that I've coached, that would really help the resume.
I would be offended if I'm not on that list.
Yeah, he would be.
We had a great, we had Jimmy Garoppolo, we had Derek, we had Aaron Murray, and we had David Fales. That was our group of four for the Senior Bowl. Yep. It's a pretty special group of four. And, I'm pretty proud of that group. I think really made a big impact in those guys' careers for those 3 days that we were able to put in 4 plays. So that was amazing. But getting back to Howie, the Georgia obsession came after the Florida tenure. You know what I mean? Like we were at Florida together. You can't really love Georgia players when you're at Florida.
Yes.
So this whole thing that all he does is draft these Georgia players over the last few years. This is new. This is a new thing, and I have to address it with him at the combine this year when I head out there.
Okay, Jedd. So I just want to so all the places that you've been. So you go back. You said this first coaching job was in Houston when we were there together, and we ran. I mean, I would probably say it's a version of the run and shoot. We're just back there. I mean, it was you raised your eyebrows a little bit. I do too at times. We had conversations about this. So you're with Sean McVay now. You're running that offense. Derek's been in that. I sit back here sometimes and I get upset. I get bitter. I'm like, this thing is a machine, dude. Like, this is such a fluid system. Everything works together. The run game, the boots, the actions. Just talk about like your early on coaching career and how your philosophy of coaching, especially on the offensive side, has shifted.
Yeah. I was in 2008, I got hired by Mike Shanahan to be the wide receiver coach in Denver. And that's really when I would say you start learning about this way of coaching, this way of making sure your receiver splits are set up in a manner that you can block the force, and then you can marry it with the passing game, the running game, the motion, start really incorporating motions into the game. And having him learning from Coach Shanahan in Denver, we had Cutler and Brandon Marshall and Eddie Royal and those Stokely, and it was quite a year. And then we went to Seattle with Pete, and Jeremy Bates and I went together there and continued on running that system, and it kept evolving and learning it. And then having a chance to be with Sean, and then having a 7-year run where I was the coordinator, and trying to keep learning, but keep doing what we did at Denver. And then going with Sean in 18 and 19 really solidified my beliefs. And really, that's what we run now, to be able to give indicators to the quarterback. I think that was really something that Sean really turned, the man zone indicator world really didn't start till like 2017, 2008, where you were really saying, let's send the tight end out, let's send a halfback out, let's bring him back in motion, let's get our indicator, let's give the quarterback the answer to the test before the snap. And then that was, we had great success in 18, went to the Super Bowl. 19, had a good year on offense again. And then I went to New England. And really one of the things that Coach Belichick and Josh both asked about were, what did you guys do to marry the run and the pass, in the boot game? Derek will tell you, like with Josh, he marries the run and the pass with the hard play actions, like, 34 lead and then slant 434 lead. It was like everything's kind of married out of the formations, where Sean is using motions and using condensed splits. And then when I got to Arizona, that's what we've run now for 6 years. Yeah. And we've evolved, of course, but I go back and spend a few days with Sean every year. And I really believe that system, will, test, time, and it'll work forever. And it keeps evolving, and what Kyle and Sean and Kubiak did. And it's a pretty special offense.
Let me ask you, and your quarterback's a special kid. Like, he's talented. He can move around. And you talk about evolving that offense. So you have that offense, that grounded system that you run where everything marries together off the actions. But, like, you get a guy like that and you want to run him and you want to utilize the quarterback in the run game because of a numbers thing. I remember, we talked about that when we were in Houston. It's always, where's that extra guy coming from? How do we account for him? And you can now with the quarterback. So how do you balance that where, I don't want to put my quarterback in harm's way, but I know that this is a huge advantage in the run game. So what do you do there to kind of stay with what you do base-wise, but then still utilize your quarterback in the run game?
Yeah, it definitely gives you – it's a great dimension, right? And like two things. Number one, you call a bad play, he can get you out of it with his feet, right? Yeah. And we do call bad plays at times. It's not.
We don't do that. We don't. No one does that.
Like you want it to. So the fact that he could scramble, that's like A+, number one. The amount of, he probably got us. I think we finished in the top 10 in third down. I think we're like 5th in the country, and I think probably he converted with his feet 15 of those, 1 or 2 a game. The next thing is, we play under center 30% of the time still, and the ability to boot to run keepers, to run all the different nakeds. He's so fast leaving the center that you have an advantage to get outside the ends and to get outside the edges that sometimes you don't have that same advantage with others. And then the third part is we've just added in about 20% of our offense has become some form of a quarterback-driven run game where we can be in gun and give ourselves opportunity to give him the option. And I think when you give a guy, now all of a sudden defensively they got to defend a running back, and then they got to defend a quarterback, and now you've got to defend one more gap, and then his ability to use his arm to throw it kind of has given us a lot of single high coverage and been able to, be pretty explosive.
Love it.
I want to shift gears because you mentioned Florida a little bit. I want to talk about Coach Spurrier. Now, everyone hears stories of Coach Spurrier. You've told stories, I'm sure, on camera and probably most off camera about Coach Spurrier. Do you have anything in your playbook that Coach Spurrier could point to and be like, yes, this is a play right here? Is there one in there that he would like?
Oh yeah. We ran a double pass against Illinois. We were down 10-7, and there was like a minute left in the half, and it was I called a double pass, and we scored a touchdown with it, and he called me the next morning. And he's like, Jebba, I love that you're still calling the ball plays. They stopped calling the ball plays, and then you added in the double pass. That was a good job getting that called at the right time.
That's so good. No, we would go.
I said, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it's great to have guys like that. So you've had these great coaches around you your whole life. So how do you take all that info in and then still make Washington or wherever you're at, like your program? Like what do you say, like when you get up in front of the group? Are you channeling a Bill Belichick? You channeling a Steve Spurrier? Like, or does it all just kind of all come out and it's all Jedd Fisch? Like what do you think is your number one?
I think that like you got to be yourself, right? You got to be genuine. Like I think that players see through non-genuine people faster than anybody. If I was trying to be or pretending to be, Sean one day or Bill one day or Spurrier one day or Shanahan, like I don't think that I'd have any chance, in this profession or really where I'd want to be. What I've tried to do is I've tried to create a program by taking all the information that I've ever gotten, by learning, by listening, and then creating what I believe in. And it's always going to start with, being genuine. We have 3 values we talk about, which is respect, accountability, and integrity. And I say integrity is pretty simple. It's just do what you say. And, I'm going to ask these guys to try to be a professional. In our building all day long, you walk around, you see the sign, be a pro. And being a pro for them is, have your shirt tucked in, go to your meals on time. Don't miss class, sit up, take notes. Just be a pro in life. And I think that's what our program is built on. And that's kind of been taking everything that I've gotten from all of these guys, from Dom Capers, when you and I were together, to, Steve Spurrier, to everybody in between, up until, my last job, which was with Coach Belichick, and try to take what they've all taught and then try to be me, more importantly.
That's good. I want to shift gears just a little bit and talk again about the Senior Bowl. And it's not what you think. All right, I'm not going to say what you think because I did sit there on draft day and say, why don't they want me, man? I was like, what did I do, Dave?
Right. It's probably my fault, but we can point to you.
I was like, man, what did I do? But my real bone to pick was we're doing 7-on-7, and in the meeting before we go to practice, you walk in there, you say, hey, guys, quarterbacks, Derek's starting the game. Obviously, he's going to go first in 7-on-7. As long as you keep throwing completions and not just check downs, but if the ball goes where it's supposed to go, all right, you get to stay in.
Yeah.
So I look at the script. I say, I'm about to get 20 reps.
Yeah, I'm going to get all the reps.
7-on-7, brother. Like this ain't. I don't know what everybody else does.
Coach said I'm going to get them all.
But this ball isn't hitting the ground.
Right. Got it.
I hit the first 6.
Yeah.
And then the 7th one, I rip a skinny post.
Okay.
Rip a post, single high, rip it in there. And he looks at me and says, he laughs. He goes, get out. That's my only bone. I just want to know, was it because everyone else needed reps?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
He felt it.
Yeah, I mean, you were just too good at that time.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean,
I'm
let's
saying?
just be honest.
Like, I didn't want to get in trouble with the world of the Senior Bowl. They got all these scouts out there. Like, what was Jimmy going to think? You know?
Right.
Like, Jimmy's trying to get drafted also. He's at Eastern Illinois. We've got, we got the Fresno guy, the Eastern guy, the San Jose State guy. They didn't realize what talent I had over there, you know? Right. And then Howie made sure Aaron Murray joined us, the Georgia guy. So we had him on there as well, who couldn't play because of an injury. So, yeah, I just had to take you out because you were too good there.
Okay, thank you. I was just checking. That's all.
That's great. Okay, yeah. So out of all the coaches that you've been around, who is the most, like, the guy that you would be nervous about bringing over, like, for Thanksgiving, like, or for the holidays? Like, there's one coach that if, hey, this dude's gonna pull up, guys, like, you got to warn the family. Yeah. Which one is it? Like, that's what I need to know. Because if you have chicken, it's probably Harbaugh. Because he doesn't like weak birds. Like, I know there's the whole thing with that. So
yeah, I mean, you got it. They're all so unique. They're all so different. Like, I can tell you my anxiety level goes higher, right? Like, every time I'm around Coach Spurrier, I feel like I'm still his GA. Yeah. You know? So, like, I was really struggling. I introduced him into the Quarterback Hall of Fame.
Oh, nice.
A couple of years ago, I was the guy that they asked to speak. And in the middle of my speech, he interrupted me and he said I was talking too long. I said, Coach, I'm like at a minute and a half talking about you.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, that's enough. That's enough in the middle of my speech. So I'd still say, if he was coming over for Thanksgiving, I would have to give a whole speech to the kids. Everybody would have to be on their best behavior. We'd all have to be fully prepared. Because, I still feel like I'm his GA running around.
That's so good. I want to ask you about Coach Dom Capers. We love Dom.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, defensive guy. He knew me since I was 12 years old, and he was Green Bay. He was at he was at Jacksonville, all these places, and every time we would play him, he would come up to me and just check on me. Like, hey, Derek, how's your family? I know you got kids now. Just the nicest guy. Like, to me, the nicest guy. Yeah. But how was he, like, as a boss? Like, how was Dom to you, early on in the early years? What kind of relationship was that like for you?
Yeah, the best. Let me tell you guys a story here. 2001, before the team existed, there was only 3 coaches on the staff. Chris Palmer, who spent every weekend with David, and then myself and Dom. Okay?
That's right.
And every Sunday, Coach Capers had me come to his house, and we watched the NFL together. It was the first year that they ever had DirecTV for games. So I was 23 years old, and I'm sitting there on Dom Capers' couch, the head coach of the Jaguars, the head coach of the Texans.
Yep.
And it's just me and him and his wife. And no man eats more potato chips than Dom Capers. That's the first thing.
That's why you had to be on the treadmill 4 hours a day.
The second thing is, no person is a nicer human being than Dom Capers. He and Karen are 2 of the nicest people in the world. Yeah. And I sat there for 7 hours. And I'm going to tell you guys a secret here. Like, I was single at that time. And like Sunday mornings at 9:30, 10 a.m. sometimes were a little bit rough. And I had to be wide awake for 8 straight hours on Coach Capers' couch. Yep. I couldn't even consider that, like, falling asleep moment.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the best year of my life, sitting there watching pro football with a head coach. We had no games, no season. It was just that, and it was an amazing experience.
That's awesome. Yeah, he really was incredible. I mean, it was an awesome time. I wish we could win more games, but he was, like, as far as a guy to be around and that would check on you. I remember the meetings I would have with him on game day before the game. He'd just sit down there and get the pulse of it. Like, he was such a calming influence on that entire locker room. Never was a guy that just lost his head. Like, he would get upset, and he obviously wanted things done a certain way, but, like, not a better coach, not a better guy to be around. He was fantastic. So, with Washington, okay, so now we're here. Now we're in the NIL world. You got a great young quarterback. You guys got an offense that's dynamic. You guys are all over the place. Who's the one team? I remember when I was my last year in Fresno, I had Oregon State locked on my mind. Does a coach get that way also, or do you have to kind of see more big picture? Because is it always the first game, or is it the first big game against an opponent that's going to be formidable? Like what's on your thought process as far as looking at your schedule right now? Are you just trying to make sure these guys do the mat drills, which you can't call mat drills anymore? Are you still trying to make sure they do that right on day one?
I think it's a challenge. We're all human, right? So we all look at certain games in the schedule, no matter what we say, and we're going to go 1-0. We want to be, every week is a new week. And I get all the coach speak, but, there's certain games that mean a lot to your fan base. And there's certain games that when you're coaching in college football, your alumni base is such a huge part of the game. So we play the first game of the year this year. We play the Apple Cup against Washington State.
Yep.
And that used to be, up until 2 years ago, the last game of the year.
Yeah.
Forever and ever and ever and ever. And now we're playing this week 1. So, the most important thing we can do is we've got to start strong.
Yeah.
And we've got to come out, and regardless of the fact that we're not in the same conference any longer, that's the very first game we got to take care of business. And then at that point in time, you got your first Big Ten game where we're hosting Minnesota. You got your first road game where we go to USC. And then we have our huge rivalry game at the end of the year where we are going to Oregon, which is a monster game for our program.
Yeah, that's awesome. Having the rivalry game week 1, I've never felt that because
it's wild,
like you
man.
said, like Jedd said, they're always at the end.
Yeah, it's intense.
And so having them right there at the beginning,
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm sure it's on every player's mind.
Well, like you said, I mean, just for the fan base alone is going to be wild.
Yeah, that's going to be ridiculous. But we ask everybody this question, Jedd, and I know we had a brief time together, but we keeping in contact and all that, and just how good of a dude you were to my brother, how awesome of a man you've been to me. First off, we just say thank you, just for being a positive coach, because I had a baseball coach one time that I don't talk to anymore, and there's reasons for that. But thank you for being the way that you are. Thank you for caring about players, and not just as a transaction, like you said, but as a transformative relationship. So that's number one. The question is this: when the lights are all off, when coaching is done and you and Spurrier are on a beach somewhere putting your toes in the sand together, what does Jedd Fisch want to be remembered for? Like what is it that you want people to say this about you? Now, we know championships, we want those things, all that, but what is like the characteristics? What are the things you want people to say about you when it's all said and done?
Yeah, I want them to feel like I made them better. I want them to feel like I made them better as a husband, a better dad, a better player, and that I've helped every player live their dream.
Wow.
We can't always get there, right? We can't always get to the league. We can't always be a first-round pick. We can't always win Super Bowls and national championships. But my goal every day when I wake up is to try to get people better.
Yeah. And
if I can help them get better, make better decisions, put themselves in a great light, I feel like I was brought up very fortunate. My mom and my dad, loved me very much. We lived in a good household. Everything was in a good place. I just want to give that same opportunity to all these kids. And whether it's NFL players or college players, all the same. I just want people to be better every time we get off the field.
Well, I can tell you that's absolutely the case with me. I know that, I remember I see Ted McMillan, he was having a draft party, and your wife was there. Like, I remember seeing all these things. I'm like, it's Jedd. That's his family. That's what they do. So I'll just ask you one more question on top of that. So you're going to be at Washington for another 15 years. You win 7 national championships. Like, that's all fantastic. Like, do you want to go coach in the NFL at all? Like, and I'm not talking about right now. I don't want to get anyone in Washington upset at me and start tweeting the show. But like, do you look at yourself and say, yeah, that'd be nice to kind of dip my toe in there too? Because you've been in that world, obviously. But would you like to see that happen at some point in your career?
Yeah, I think it would be impossible not to say that, one day maybe that opportunity would be the right opportunity. And I mean, how could you not love it? Right? Yeah. How could you not love that opportunity at some point? Right now, no, not right now. We're just focused on trying to have a great year. Yep. But certainly in the future, if that opportunity ever presented itself, I think you look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's something that we all strive to be pros, right? We tell our players all the time, what's your goal? What's your aspiration? But right now, I absolutely love coaching kids, and they make you feel young.
Yeah, that helps,
18
right?
to 22-year-olds, man, they make you feel young. They make you feel good, and the relationships are really strong.
Well, I love that. I mean, you're definitely a genuine dude, a guy that still believes that recruiting high school guys is something that's important and should be done. You want to develop guys. You're just salt of the earth, man. I appreciate you coming on, taking the time. We're pulling for Washington. We're watching you. Everything that you do has been awesome. What you've done in Arizona, everywhere you've been, man, and been able to kind of impact those kids' lives. So well done. Thanks for coming on, brother. We love you, man.
Yep. Thank you, Jedd. And definitely best background so far. Best background.
Absolutely, by far.
Not
Whatever
even close.
Washington is doing there, elite.
Not
elite
even-
level.
Great lighting.
Brilliant.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you both. Two of my favorites.
You got
Thanks,
it, man.
boys.
Thanks, Jedd.
We'll see ya.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care.
I mean, just wow.
Hey.
What a show.
Hey, Peyton's prayer.
Peyton's prayer to start things off.
Great.
Peyton, the Padre, thank you, man.
Padre.
I think actually the Padres, their mascot's name is Peyton the Padre.
It is.
It is, right?
It is. And
It is.
I think that I would. I'm gonna say this. I'm a Dodger.
Yeah.
I'm a Dodger fan. But if I had just came into baseball and I didn't know anything, I'd
Yeah.
probably pick the Padres because of the Padre.
I have to admit something today.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's baseball season.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's a.
And we had a great show. I mean, Jedd, awesome.
Show was great.
Loved
Loved the
him.
show.
Olympics.
But you got something off your
I
chest.
got to get
right
this
now.
off my chest
Yeah, go
before
ahead.
we leave, everybody. Okay. Because in Fresno, there's a lot of Giants fans
There's
in
a lot.
baseball.
And
And I get it.
it's a
I get
proximity
it.
thing.
You're almost there.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm not mad.
Nope.
But what I can't take,
Okay.
which I'm walking through this with the Lord,
Yeah, that's good.
is my two older boys'
Oh.
baseball team is the Giants.
Okay. I had to do that one year. It was terrible.
And I asked Heather, I said, I'm
Yeah.
wearing my Dodger hat every game. And she said, you can't do that. I said, well, just give me a black Dodger hat.
Yeah.
And she said, okay.
wonder if they
So
make-
we're going to figure that out.
Balance it.
I'm not going to wear a Giant anything. But I will say this. They broke
Yeah.
practice down the other day.
Okay. With.
Love the coach. They're going to go Giants on 3, Giants on
Okay.
8, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they said it, and maybe as the dad in the stands when they said Giants, I said Dodgers.
Okay, no, that's fine. I think you can still push back against that.
Yeah.
I had to be the Giants one time in my life, and it was really difficult.
Yeah.
And I talked to your boys the other day at dance, and I said, "Look,
They
guys,
weren't dancing.
Their
Our
sister
daughters
was
were
dancing, and they were there, and I could see it on their face.
Yeah.
There was just pain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, it's not the name on the front.
No.
It's the name on the back.
You're not representing the name on the front this year. You're representing the name on your back. So go make your family proud.
Opposite of what everyone has told you. It's the name on the back that matters this year, guys, not the name on the front.
Only if you play for the Giants.
Just this year.
Just this year.
After this, go back.
That's so good.
Anyway, that's what I told 'em,
hey,
so.
well, I opened up to you guys about what's happening. The good Lord has a good way of making us laugh.
We live in giant country, man. That's happening.
And
That
so
happens
we
part
are
of life. We'll
on
live
the
through it.
Giants team.
Yeah.
But just like
They got a college coach. They're gonna give it the old college try.
just like
this
the
year.
Giants fell
Yeah.
to the Dodgers,
That's
so did the Philistine
That's right. When
Fall to
when
David.
Goliath fell
into the hands
it's
of the
same-
shepherd boy.
Same thing.
So
And
go
they're-
Dodgers.
Yeah.
And God bless America.
And God bless America. That's right. They're gonna say that they're gonna say the Dodgers aren't. They're gonna say the Dodgers aren't David. That's what they're gonna say.